The Grand Priest is said to be one of, if not the strongest in the multiverse. Being the father of Whis, Vados, and the other angels, and seeming to hold some of the highest wisdom ever, he can't possibly make any mistakes, right? Back at the end of the Tournament of Power, we saw our champion, Android 17, wish for all of the eradicated universes to be restored. Nobody really questioned this wish because this is what the majority of Universe 7 would have wished for anyway, no matter who won. But within this seemingly harmless act of justice, there was a dark secret that only he knew about. I guess there is no such thing as a perfect being, no matter how high class of an angel you are. This is part 2 of Dragon Ball Kakami, a story we started in the previous video, and we're gonna start out right after Goku's last battle and final training session with Whis. At the palace of the Grand Priest, off in some unknown corner of the multiverse, he summoned all of the active angels for an urgent meeting. Right away, the first thing that he says to his children is that he has important information that's so dire, it threatens the balance and neutrality of the entire multiverse. But they can't tell Zeno about it because, as we know, his answer will be to just erase everything. Whis asks if this is related to a mysterious universe that suddenly appeared. This is when the Grand Priest confirms the one thing we all feared when the Tournament of Power ended. When 17 made his wish to restore all of the banished universes, the magnitude of this wish was greater than he ever meant it to be and worse than anybody could have ever imagined. He then goes on to tell the story of a dangerous universe that existed billions of years ago. And it was so sinister and filled with evil intent that the entity plotted to overthrow Zeno-sama, claiming that he wasn't strong or wise enough to be the ruler of all things. A war was about to start in the multiverse, and the only way to stop it was for the Grand Priest to seal that universe. 17's wish had restored a total of 7 universes, 6 of which were erased by Zeno long ago, but this universe had been sealed by the Grand Priest. Universe 19, and all of its maliciousness is back as well. A voice speaks out and shocks the angels, a voice that some of them seem to recognize. Without thinking, one of the angels, Mojito, attacks right away in the direction of the voice. As the mysterious woman prepares to strike him down, Kusu flies in and tries to save him, but they both get blown across the palace. This is when we get to see our first glimpse of this mysterious woman. She's so powerful that Whis actually shows us his powered up state for the first time, something we never got to see in Dragon Ball Super because the angels aren't really allowed to fight like that. All of the other angels are on guard now as well, and one of them says that this individual has power that feels similar to that of their father, the Grand Priest. And since the angels are inferior to the Grand Priest, even all of them won't stand a chance against her probably. Up until this point, we didn't even have a name for this entity, but the Grand Priest calls her Angel Zero. The angels are shocked to hear that this manifestation is one of their own, so now they're all on maximum guard. This is when Vados senses that this angel isn't alone. The Grand Priest tries to calm everybody down because a fight right here, right now, is bound to end badly, especially if Zeno catches wind of this. This is when the intruders that Vados spoke of step out of the shadows and their key feels so familiar that it spooks the gods and the angels. These are the gods of destruction and the angels of the 7 erased universe. We get introduced to all of them at one time, so I'll put the entire panel up because 14 names is a lot. The gods of destruction seem to all be from new races that we've never seen before in Dragon Ball. All except one. From behind the angel of Universe 18 steps Frieza, the new god of destruction for Universe 18. This is pretty much how Frieza has been spending his time since the Tournament of Power ended. When the new universes started popping up, Frieza's army was all over it, so he became the god of destruction of Universe 18 by killing the previous god. This is when we cut to see a flashback of Goku and Whis standing outside of Universe 19. Apparently Whis had taken Goku out here because he sensed the dark presence and was wary, but he lost contact with Goku because Grand Priest called this urgent meeting. And then we see this. Goku off in some unknown realm, chained to pillars. And the Grand Priest finally reveals the identity of the woman behind this. The woman standing before them is the mother of the angels, the Grand Priestess.